Libra, how you doing, guys? So we're here to do your first until the 15th of December. How you doing, Libra? I hope you do have a really good Christmas. If you are interested in the recommended reader for this set that I have got through some of them, so hopefully you're watching your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, is alchemyinyou, the alchemyinyou, and you can find the link to her channel. For Natalie, she's also a Piscean, but she's a very good channeler. So see what you think. If you have not seen her before, you can find the link to her channel in the description and go over and say that I said, hi Natalie, how you doing? So let's see, so Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, from the 1st until the 15th of December, Libra. I'm hearing worrying about something. But anyway, you've got the Ace of Coins, leveling up, trying to level with someone. Someone wants to level with you. This is a good opportunity for work, for you to create a business and build it from the ground up. There's someone that wants to start an opportunity from the ground up. They're focusing very much on work at the moment because they, or you, want to either seek work where you can find something that's more stable, but if not, someone wants to stable with you and give you a stable offer. Okay, they're paying close attention to work at the moment and figuring out how they're going to do it, how it's going to work out, pretty much. But you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm hearing a lot to do with work as well, though, where you want to level up at work, so you might be asking for a pay rise or something. I keep hearing rising. Things are rising. Something's rising up. So probably your energy levels are being risen. Your protocol of stuff to work is being risen. So you might be given an opportunity for a promotion. That's also looking for a promotion as well. So you've got 3 of Cups, okay? So this is also wanting to reconcile. Someone wants reconciliation. They want to come back to ask you if you want to level up and go out. This is also a date. This can also be somebody that's talking a lot, so they're talking about it. So if they're not talking to you, they're thinking about talking to you, okay? Because I keep hearing talks for you, something's for you. But there is the Knight of Coins, where it just don't seem to be, it's like, I would just want to pay attention to work. So your family, I heard your family might be paying close attention to just work, and it's very difficult to get this person to have a break. This is where I need a break from work, but one of your partners might be just concentrating on work all of the time, and there's just a lot of time, because this is like trying to polish a new car, but this is trying to polish something up. So somebody is really focused on their work because they've got a prize-winning job or something where they're having to give it a lot of attention to actually make it better. So someone wants to make something better. In your love life, I think someone wants to reconcile with you to make it better. Okay, well, this is like, because people would say, well, this is not going anywhere, the Knight of Coins, but the Knight of Coins is a stable object. Okay, so object of desire would be something that is grounded and stable, that someone wants to go steady. So it's kind of like taking it steady, taking it one day at a time, one approach at a time. If this is a new person, okay, because it can be an ace, if this is a new person, this is one step at a time and one step beyond from madness. So I don't know if you've heard of madness, but they've done a song called One Step Beyond. So there's something steps, first steps. Could be a newborn child or a new idea that you've got where it's the first step. Okay, so the first step is there and the date is there. So for a lot of you, this is a new person that you might know of, and if you have an interest, they're thinking about it. But there's also interest rates that are being looked at for work, of where, like, well, is this going anywhere? If it is and it's good, I've got good backing because I have savings. I would have savings, and that what I can do is now relax because I can think about other opportunities in life that might financially also help me. So that would be a common interest of a hobby. So I'm hearing hobbyist. So some of you could have a guy or a girl or someone that has like a man cave. This is a man cave as well. I'm picking up man cave. Man cave. So it would be their room or something. Their room. Or looking for room. You might be trying to organise things around the house to try and find time for room for this person to be with you. But at the moment, it just feels like someone's thinking quite a lot about what to do next. Like, how can we bring this relationship in a good standing where we can do something together, because it feels like together and apart, together and apart, together and apart, miles apart, but also together. Dating, this would be just casually dating, or if it's not, it's casually talking to your partner if you have one over I think a lot of it would be discussions about work. It seems to be work. How can we afford things, I think, as well as there. How can we afford something like a new home or something? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So you've got skating on thin ground, thin ice. So you might be saying to them, you've got 6 of blades, that you're skating on thin ice. So we do physically need to move. So this could be what you are talking about with your partner. For some of you, I'm picking up that the discussions could be around like, you need to move or I need to move. But in order for anybody to move, because it just doesn't seem to be moving anywhere. So the discussion for me would be around like, well, how are we going to move in together then? Because there's kind of a together or apart. It's kind of like, well, are we going to be together or are we going to be apart? Or are we going to stay together, but are we going to live in different apartments or buildings? Okay, is definitely what I'm seeing through these. Whereas trying to make common ground. This is someone that wants to find common ground with you. They do want to like talk to you and ask you certain things, but I think that they feel like at the moment there's an energy of like, well, in order to get this person to actually move or to take an approach, we have to go through somebody. And this can be a go-between of a parent or friends and people that are also talking that will also be involved. Okay, some people say this is always a third person. It is, there's always people in life. But there is definitely someone here that thinks, well, I've got to go between family and I've got to go between someone's friends as well. So someone might be, you might be talking to your friends or they might about what can I do to... Because I'm picking some of this up might be to live with you, like looking for a friend. Because this, I'm thinking like somebody is looking for an apartment to live in, okay, and this would be them discussing it with them about terms and conditions with, can we live together? Because it would be like a roommate. That's why I was picking up like room. I'm also picking up rheumatoid arthritis for some people. I don't know why that would be, I don't know, but rumours. Someone might be worried about a family member spreading rumours, okay, that there's... Because it means that we need to sit down and talk amicably. But it feels like there is someone that tries to intervene here because these people are talking, okay, and this could be you and your partner that's talking, and this person is just dropping in for tea and just say, oh, I just popped in for tea, or do you want this? And you're kind of like, hold on a minute, don't interrupt. We're talking, and that's why these two people are not paying any attention to this person here, you know. And it feels like, okay, well, I've got to go through this mum, or I've got to go through these family members as well. And it's kind of like, in order for us to do that, we need to sit down and actually talk about, well, how are we going to find the common ground then? Because really what it is to do with me and you, and it's not to do with the other person. So whoever that other person would be a friend, family, or somebody. But you would know of that, right? But if it isn't, I mean, I would say you would know, but this is definitely, I would say some of it is what's going through your partner's mind as well, is that they know that they have to go between family members, and some of it feels like, well, if your family members, it's kind of like, well, I'll stick by my family members thick and thin, but it's kind of like a bit of a struggle for your partner to be able to get through to that energy, which means that they might be feeling, well, it's very difficult for me to get through to you because then I'm unsure of like how the relationship's going, and in order for us to reach a destination, for us to be together as a family, because this person here is like wanting to be with a family and they're wanting to take things further, but it's kind of like, well, I don't know if I do yet, because it's here. It's like, I don't know if I do. Is it going somewhere? It's kind of like, well, I want it to go further, you know. So there's that energy of like, I just don't know yet, you know, because I need to work, I need to earn some money first. If it is concerning about money and about going into a place or a project, like moving in with your partner, it's kind of like, well, what do you want to do then? Because at the moment we're just like stuck in the middle with you, you know. Leave it from the 1st until the 15th of December. Because this Knight of Coins can be either bored at work or it isn't, because the Knight of Coins has a plan of an action to make things better. That's why it halts, to stop, to think, well, I need to stop and concentrate on work. So there's like a stop, hold on a second, before we go, we need to tell this person. So if you are planning on moving with your partner and you are in discussions, this energy is coming through of, hold on a second, before we tell the parents, or before we tell my kids even, okay, that before we do that, we need to have a proper discussion before we tell this third person here. Libra, something rising at Venus, 1st to the 15th of December. Libra, something rising at Venus, 1st to the 15th of December. Libra. Okay, so the next card you've got out, you see you've got a mother. You have got someone, can be someone that's very stern, that has to go through somebody. This can be a mother or the doctors or something. Okay, but this is someone that can be very direct in what they're doing. It's because it might mean that your partner or you direct your own company, or you want to direct your own life. But if you have someone of a mother or somebody or a friend, this can be a very controlling energy, because it points to say, so if this is you, this would be used to say, listen, don't tell me what to do, because this energy can say, don't tell me what to do, you know. But this can be a landlady and a landlord that's going to say, you owe this amount and you owe that amount. And it's kind of like, will you just cut it out? Will you just cut this nonsense out, and will you say what it is that you want? So I don't know if this is you or them, or this is the third person that would be here, that would be a mother, or landladies and landlords. But whoever that is, this person would be like, want to be in charge. Okay, so work-wise, it's kind of like, I need to go for job opportunities because I need to take charge of my own life as well. Okay, but I think that this Queen of Blades here is one of these three people here. And if that is a third-party relationship, then this would be you, Libra, and it would be you cutting that out. There's 1331 on the clock. I picked that number up a lot just lately. But, reversed numbers. But, sorry. If this is you cutting it out and say, listen, cut that nonsense out. It don't have to be very harsh. It can be. This might be a rude awakening for someone where you're like, listen, you've got to cut out that nonsense, and you've got to cut out that fear, and you've got to just slow down a second and just think. We do have a good opportunity in life to make things better for ourselves, but before we do that, we've got to sit down to talk about things more amicably, right? Now that can be a sensible Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, but if you're struggling with a parent or landlord or a person that can be very like harsh and like want to know people's business, then this is someone that wants to know everything all about it. Okay, they want to know left, right, forward, and they want to know where they're going. So it might be you that's saying, where are we going with this relationship? Where is it going? So it might mean that it's kind of like, well, where are we going? Are we actually moving, or are we going abroad, or what are we doing for Christmas? You know, what are we doing? And that could well be you that's doing that. But for some people out there, this Three of Cups is one of these people here. Okay? And this would either be you cutting it out if it's a third-party relationship, or it would still be you that has to deal with that with a parent, okay? But there is still like parent guarding, like gardening. Gardener. I heard gardener. Garner or something. I don't know why I'm hearing Garner. But the Queen of Coins. You see, this is accepting that things are for sale. This is kind of like someone wants to point direct and say, look, there is an opportunity here to sell stuff. So this might be you going for a job here, and this would person say, well, look, I like what product you've got, you know. But this would be also you searching for a home to live in, okay, and a stable relationship. Things that are going to be more prosperous for you in the future, okay. But this is an exchange that someone's willing to have an exchange with you. So this is like the money exchange, and looking into taxes and stuff as well, of an exchange that's more equally balanced. So for some of you, this would be the person that you and your partner have got to go between to get to this card, which is the Queen of Coins, to make the relationship more stable and more amicable, where you can talk with your partner about life in general, about what you can do for work. And I think that work is kind of like a big factor in someone's life as well, because it's kind of like, well, I need to go over how much I can afford and how much is there spare money, because this is like spare money, okay? And to have that spare money and to bring things for us to be together, we need to tell this person here to do one, right? Meaning butt out of our relationship. And that might be how your partner's feeling, okay? Because this can be fear to approach this woman by how stern this person in this card can be when you feel this energy of what it is actually like. So there's kind of like a butt out of my relationship. Stop getting in the way of my life, which is right here. Which is that the relationship could be very good and that there's an exchange fairly between you and your partner, but there might be someone that you have to go through first in order for you to be able to do it yourselves. So there's some kind of first steps of probably looking for a mortgage or an apartment building to actually move into. And this could be the landlord or landlady that you live with if you live with parents or someone as well, or a grandmother or someone for some of you. And it's kind of like, well, we've got to have to like tell this person to butt out of our relationship. We can bring it together and we can work it out, right? We can work it out and we can do this, but you've got to tell, but you've got to tell your mum, or you're going to tell your person here to get out of our relationship and stop butting into it, okay? Now, if this is reconciliation, that someone wants to reconcile with you from the past and they want another opportunity with you and you've gone through the mustard with them, then this would be you pretty much telling them, listen, if you want another chance with me, Libra, then you're going to tell this person to butt out of our relationship because I'm not taking it anymore. You know, that would be someone very direct saying it, you know. If you want to do this and you want this to happen, then you've got to trust me and I've got to trust you. Because the Queen of Blades can be someone that's, you don't know whether they're going to flip out or whether they're not, you know. And the next card, there you go. So you got the Ace of Cups. So it is coming in. This person really does want to reconcile with you and they really do love you. And they do want an opportunity with you, okay? So you've got, if you're single, you've got very good opportunities this, I would say month, you know, kind of like first 2 weeks, but a lot of aces that are coming up, okay? But this would be you approaching the dating life very slowly. This would be you going out and thinking, you know, I want to go out for a date, but I've got options. You could well have options of different people that you want to do. But this might be an interfering mother that's saying, are you sure you want to date again? Are you sure? Do you wanna? Do you wanna? You know, because there is someone that can be very argumentative here that's saying, listen, do you want to? Are you sure? And they change your mind when your mind's made up. They help you change your mind, and this can be external people that you learn not to listen to be independent of a free mind, a free sound mind. That's why this can be a doctor or lawyer or someone. If they're a free sound mind, I've got no idea. But this is independent from this person that can be very controlling, okay? Because they're about to shank somebody, right? She's got a scalpel in her hand that's going to, listen, I will scalp you alive, right? So there's some fear of having to tell this person, which is one of these. One of these people. So your love life could well be in good singles. You got a good person that you can meet, definitely here. Okay. If this is your work life, this is you directing things the way that you want it to go, to be able to have this opportunity with your partner to probably level up with some money first before you make this move and this opportunity to actually bring the relationship where you can probably own a house together and live in living quarters and spaces. You know, relationship factors of dating is all well and good. When you meet a partner and you're with them, learning to live with that person and the people that are also in their lives, which are friends and family, that takes on relationship factor number 2. Right? You're in a relationship and it's loving. But things that can go, of consequential actions and reactions are always people that have an opinion about your relationship. And this is why these can be friends and family that try to direct you that you would believe in, but then it's kind of like, well, will you butt out of my relationship? I don't need it anymore. Well, I have to because I'm your family member. Oh, do I really have to listen to you? And you can get into aggressive arguments with them because this person would think that they know best, okay? But if this is you thinking, well, I know what's best for my life, you know. So this is you taking on more of a stern approach to a relationship where you're probably the one that could well be directing it the way that you want it to go now. Because I have family or I have a business, and for me to run my business, because this person would run their own business, it's either mind your own business because I run my business, you know. I run my business the way I want it to, and I will do it my way. And it's kind of like to do this together, we've got to learn to compromise, because there's a compromisation skill where someone's very skillful at what they do here also. They're very skillful here, and they concentrate at work a lot. And it's like, I don't need distraction in my life. Now, that might not be your partner, but what I'm saying is that could be an annoying energy that is in your field. And it's like saying, I've got to focus on my life. I have to focus when you manifest things. If your mind is scattered, you can't focus on manifesting things very quickly, because you'll get small pieces of stuff, which is opportunities that are here. And that's why these can be missed. Because your focus is not drawn and quartered into one direction, it's drawn and quartered into many that this energy can distract you from. So then you'll miss opportunities, think, well, I only got a little bit of this or a little bit of that, and why did that happen? You know, because my focus was drawn away at this particular point to concentrate more on other people and other things. And that does stop you from manifesting one thing into your life really quickly, because life is chaotic, right? It's chaotic when we have other people and relationships. If you're in one, to go through parents and people and general and everybody else, in order to focus more on one thing to manifest that more into reality in the end, you come up against the Queen of Blades. Okay, but excuse me, but you have got someone that wants to stable with you. They do want to level up, and they do want to give you this. Or you do, or it's you that wants to level up with someone and say, you know, for us to be together, you've got to go through this. You know, I can't get away from that. You've got to go through this. 3 of Cups, which is this Queen of Blades. And this might be, for some of you, what your partner's thinking. I've got to go through their parent guardian for some as well, where you might be guarding your children and the love for your kids. If you're a single woman, okay, and you've got children, this would be you guarding your children and saying, listen, I've got kids, and if I've got kids, they come with me, you know? So I'm taking things one step at a time, but I love you. And there it is. Okay, so we're going to go on with the rest of the reading, and then we're going to clarify them with more cards here, like we do through the monthlies, okay? And I'll try and bring this round through work, career, finances, these external people here, but who knows what happens with the rest of these cards when I continue. But I do clarify them to give you all of the information to do with work, love, family members, and dynamics that are happening within your manifesting program through this period of time. And then we also give you some advice, hopefully, to see how that can work out for you. Okay, so you can find the link to this over on Patron or Vimeo. Vimeo is in the bi-weekly folder. Patron gives you access to 4 to 5 different lots of readings that you can watch as many times as you like. Okay, and it's just a subscription that you can look at, but it does tell you all about that over there, and also in the bio box below. Recommended reader is Natalie from alchemyinyou, and you can find her and everybody else on that in the description. If you want to follow the new music channel that I've got, that there will be stuff added here, but sometimes over there, but there will be more added there when I have time. But it's called Everything Music. You can probably find it in the hashtag blue link above, just below this video, or in the comment section below. Okay, if you want to add a recommended reader, please go over to the discussion page and add one yourself, and we'll get round to telling people about them. Okay, but it's very good to help people out. I really would appreciate to try and get shout outs from other channel. And it did work with Ooey Gooey Soft and Chewy Mike, Mike, it did work. So Mike did actually comment on one of my videos. So I do appreciate your support with people going over to them and leaving comments in their comment section. Okay, so I'll hopefully see you on the other side, Libra. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you again soon, guys. Peace.